Welcome to Point Break, reporting live from the sprawling campus of Infosys at Mysuru. This is the Mysuru Big Tech Show. Organized by the Karnataka Digital Economy Mission and backed by the Beyond Bengaluru push, the 5th edition of Mysuru Big Tech Show brings together startup founders, investors, policymakers to spotlight why Mysuru is the next big tech hub of Karnataka.
Over the last few years, Mysuru has witnessed a structured build-out of infrastructure, most of which has been anchored and driven by the government and the industry partnership together under the program called as Beyond Bengaluru Mission.
I wish that I shared already with most of you is to bring our companies more and more here, even though we already have companies. And as chairman of Rongsun Aerospace already said, we have a lot of business relation with companies locally working in Mysore. So France is here, and of course many other countries that makes Mysore a local place with its own culture, but also very international place where it's good to live and good to work.
We have about 18,000 startups, of which about 5,000 startups are in areas beyond Bangalore. So there is immense potential. I think sometimes when one city becomes a very, very strong magnet, it sometimes overshadows the growth in the other cities. But we would want, these cities to come out of that shadow and grow.
When we talk about tech in India, Bengaluru usually takes the spotlight. But just 150 kilometers away, a quite a revolution is underway. Welcome to Mysuru, Karnataka's next big tech bet. With 5,700 crore rupees in IT exports in financial year 2023-24, Mysuru has officially become Karnataka's second largest tech cluster, home to over 150 tech and BPM companies, including giants like Infosys, Wipro, and many others.
It is not just Mysore. As you know, the Karnataka has been the leader for IT industry and has grown very big. More than 37% of the total IT exports happen from Karnataka. Yeah. But unfortunately, the contribution from these clusters like the Mysore, Mangalore, Hubli, Dharwad is not even, 3% kind of thing. So we wanted the contribution coming from these clusters should be at least 10% of the overall Karnataka exports or the technology, digital economy. That will happen only when the industry grow here, right? So that is the reason we started focusing on this with a mission of Beyond Bangalore. Yeah. Focusing, creating the infrastructure here, creating the talent. Talent is available, showcasing the talent to the companies so that the companies start moving here. Yeah. That's what we are doing. And as a part of that, doing this annual event is also to bring in that level of focus in Mysore, so that our industry will be aware of what is happening in, it's more like a branding Mysore.
And they're not alone. Over 30 new tech firms joined the Mysuru cluster just last year. What's driving this? Cost-effective ops, skilled talent, and a government finally betting beyond Bengaluru.
I worked for about 35 years in Government of Karnataka and retired. Then I became the chairman of Karnataka Skill Development Authority. Yes. Almost last 25 years, we were trying to get industry to cities outside Bangalore. Yeah. And we tried a lot, we got a lot of industries, but the growth was not as expected. So sometime when I was, before my retirement for about 4 years, I used to be the additional chief secretary in charge of electronics, IT, BT and science and technology. Yes. So then we thought of having one organization which will act as a bridge between industry and the government. Yes. So then we came out the concept of Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, and Karnataka Digital Economy Mission was started. And the word phrase Beyond Bangalore was coined to develop cities like Mysore, Bangalore, Hubli, Dharwad, Belgaum, Kalburgi, Shimoga, Tumkur, So all these cities.
From the 3,000-seat GTC Mandakali to a massive 1.6 lakh square feet tech park and 2,000 plus co-working seats, Mysuru isn't playing catch-up anymore. It's building ahead.
See, if you look at it, Infosys in all sense was the original startup of the Indian software industry as a whole. And even in Mysore, Infosys was the first company to start, right? Probably L&T had a very little presence, but I think Infosys came in a very big way here in Mysore way back, probably around 23 to 25 years ago. I think the entire ecosystem changed for Mysore once Infosys started in a big way. As you know, it's more than 340 acres campus, generating a lot of employment, generating a lot of local employment as well. That way, it is really helping the talent ecosystem to really build up in this, city of Mysuru. Mysuru is very well known for a lot of other things, but I think for the software industry, I think Infosys really put the right foot forward to really help the entire ecosystem to build up.
Designated as one of Karnataka's 3 global innovation districts, Mysuru is being future-proofed. Think nano GCCs from Sharp and Entelica, AI and quantum-focused centers of excellence, and even a cybersecurity incubator already running out of the city. And there's more. A cybersecurity-focused TBI is on the cards, adding to the already buzzing startup infrastructure backed by institutions like IISc and KTech.
What happens is farmers find challenges for spraying inside the crop, inside the farm, because it's not easy to go inside the farm for many of the crops. And some of the farmers, what happens is they're exposed to toxic insecticides and pesticides. So we help eliminate all those challenges by ensuring it can be done, it can cover more area, and it can cover hard to reach areas, and they don't have to get intoxicated, they don't have to get toxicated through harsh chemicals by using this drone. By using this drone, we can cover around 30 to 40 acres of land per day. Yes. Okay. So this is completely built in Mysore, and 65% of the drone is built by ourselves. 65% is indigenous. We import around 35% of the components. Other parts, around 65%, we do it over here only. We design the mechanical aspect. We do the machining. From design, development, manufacturing, assembling, testing, everything happens in-house.
For starting, we just focus on product market fit for now. And once we are in talks with few medical colleges that we are doing the pilot projects. And once we do that, we plan on doing the B2B business model. And we also have we are also open for a B2C model as well, the freemium subscription model. That's later on stages, but for now we're just focusing on B2B SaaS.
So we are using a lot of AI in the personalized learning part as well. So what we are trying to do is make the platform understand a student's behavior and their the way of how they would like to learn a particular subject, and based on that, our model throws out more of such content in that format, so that the student is happy to learn the subject even better. So it's basically more engaging for the student. So that's through our AI-based technology, we are able to deliver the right content to the student.
The Karnataka government isn't stopping at infrastructure. With the LEAD program, 1,000 crore rupees is being pumped into Tier 2 clusters like Mysuru, supporting TBIs, hackathons, entrepreneurial curriculums, and even seed funds beyond Bengaluru. Add to that a proposed 300 crore rupees fund of funds, and suddenly Mysuru doesn't just have potential. It has policy support and capital.
Our friend over here, his name is Eagle 6, and this robot has been developed in-house by our group. Under the Indus Group, we have a company called the Eagle Robot Lab, and they have developed these robots which are being used in all our schools. And this is basically a partner to the teacher. We use it in what is known as the collaborative learning model. So this is a partnership essentially between the teacher, AI or robot, and the student.
So any senior living person who needs 24/7 monitoring or assisted by nursing staff, we are the people who provide a device which will monitor them, alert the nursing staff or the family members whenever there is a need. For example, if they're about to fall down or if they need some assistance. We have a fine-tuned VLM model that runs on the device. It captures the frames and then processes it and then notifies the nurses.
At the Infosys campus, during the Mysuru Big Tech event hosted by KDEM, industry veterans weren't just praising the city. They were pledging to expand, from defense offsets crossing 2,000 crore rupees to MSMEs like Vinyas and Keynes building the electronics backbone. This cluster is already becoming a manufacturing and tech magnet.
I think Mysore is a very important place from the electronics manufacturing perspective. Considering India's total demand for electronics, last year we made about $150 billion, and the ambition for India is to reach $400 billion plus. So there's a huge opportunity that has to happen somewhere in the country. And Mysore holds good promise because there are few EMS companies, those have grown up here, including Keynes, for example, which is one of the big expansion in the EMS space, followed by Rangson, which is acquired by Cyient. And there is a Vinyas and so many other companies, including many as small, medium enterprises, those are operating. I think there are already more than 250 companies, those are operational here on the electronic side, and more than 10,000 crore worth of manufacturing is happening. And there is a big step which can happen now actually.
And then came a surprising highlight, Chamarajanagar. Just 60 kilometers from Mysuru, this rural belt is now home to companies doing data annotation, electronics manufacturing, and even elderly care tech solutions. One facility alone employs 80% women.
It is a symbiotic relationship, and we need each other, and that is because our success feeds off each other. So when we started 3 years back, I think KDM was also fairly new at that point in time. We were very clear coming out of COVID that we needed to go to centers where the talent really resides, not just for a better quality of life, for our work life for our people, but also the real technical talent, because the technology is growing really fast these days. It's changing very fast, and I cannot hire myself away to glory in the major centers. So we have to go to places where the talent is available. And number two, it makes perfect sense for me, because if I need to grow scale across India, then I need to ensure that the number of clients that I can service from centers outside of the tier 1 centers is equally competitive and equally advantageous. So we are absolutely gung-ho. I mean, we are in 5 cities now. We'll probably expand more. But for now, being in the role of growing IBM into the new emerging technology centers, as we call it, I'm very happy to state that our relationship with KDM, at least for the Mysore, has been fantastic.
And that brings us to the end of an eventful 5th edition of the Mysuru Big Tech Show. We spoke to a number of people, and one thing was very clear. Mysuru, which is an important cluster of the Beyond Bengaluru mission, is progressing in full swing. And the focus is not just on IT. It's going to be manufacturing, AI, cybersecurity, and deep tech as well. And we will be watching the progress closely. This is Point Break. Thank you for watching. I'm Vandana Nair. Think AI, think AIM.